Live from our studios at One Television Plaza, this is WTAP News at 6.
9 regional hospital systems in Southeast Ohio are calling on residents to get vaccinated and wear masks. Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Phyllis Smith. Southeast Ohio's hospitals are calling on residents to get vaccinated and wear masks. That comes in a joint statement today by leaders of 9 regional hospital systems. They include Memorial Health System, whose hospitalizations involving positive COVID cases rose from 56 to 64 during the past weekend. 55 of those patients were not vaccinated. Memorial continues to see a surge in COVID-19 cases in hospitals, doctors' offices, emergency rooms, and urgent care offices. The patients are as young as 10 years old and as old as 89.
Many of these patients are requiring hospitalization. They're experiencing a higher degree of illness than we've seen in the past, and it's taking its toll on our resources, on our employees. Our employees are tired, and we have been challenged with this for some time now.
The letter signed by the hospital CEOs says the situation is, quote, a medical issue, not a political issue. It says communities are in crisis and say masks and vaccines will slow down the virus spread. Turning to the weather, meteorologist Kirk Greenfield joins us now with the first look at your forecast. Kirk.
It's looking like a pretty fine day, just gorgeous out here. Nothing like LA. Welcome back, Phyllis. When we take a look at our current situation, bright sunshine, but the relative humidity is up. 81. We're looking at, it feels like 83. The relative humidity 60%. Winds out of the south-southwest at 8. The barometer 30.10 inches and falling. Well, when we take a look at the evening planner, we expect to be about 76 by 8 o'clock, just after sunset. Generally clear and just a little bit cooler, but by midnight we're only down to 70, and patchy fog is going to be a possibility as we go through the overnight. I'll be back taking a look at the rest of the week in just a moment. Back to you.
Thank you, Kirk. It's good to be back. West Virginia Governor Jim Justice again pleaded with residents to get vaccinated against COVID-19. Justice says he is still against mandating vaccines, but called on people to listen to medical experts and protect themselves against the deadly virus. Monday, Justice was joined in his press briefing by State Senate Majority Leader and pulmonologist Dr. Tom Takubo. Takubo says patients often tell him they don't want to get vaccinated for fear of adverse effects of the vaccine. However, he says he hasn't admitted a single patient for adverse effects.
Show me a hospital that's overran by vaccine injuries. I mean, I've yet to admit one person or take care of one person with an injury from the vaccine.
Dr. Takubo also says he sees patients every day that are suffering from complications after COVID infection, including people with heart problems, blood clots, and other serious medical issues. There are currently few beds available for those seeking out drug treatment in Wood County, according to one local recovery coordinator. Shelby Wright's job is to connect those struggling with addiction to treatment. She says a lack of accessibility to these resources in Wood County is a common issue she runs into. This is due to so many facilities being full. Wright says while it was a challenge before COVID, the pandemic made the issue worse. And the solution isn't always as simple as sending clients to other parts of the state. She says many of her clients have to get permission from the prosecuting attorney and the judge to go to treatment. She says they can require a client to stay in Wood County in order to be monitored.
One of my main problems is that if somebody has to stay in Wood County for treatment, that's going to delay me getting them into treatment faster than I could if I were to send them to a different county or somewhere else in the state.
She says the moratoriums passed in Parkersburg and Vienna make it harder for her to help clients who need help locally. 5 architectural firms have made proposals for the renovation of the new location of the Wood County 911 Center. Those companies individually spoke to the Wood County Commission this morning. All of them outlined plans including upgraded technology and security, including warding off potential terrorist attacks. The 911 Center has operated from its core road location for more than 2 decades, but Director Rick Woodyard says it has outgrown that site. The commission has made a deal to purchase a nearby building that previously housed Suddenlink Communications call center.
This building was hard to pass up. I think when we initially got it offered to us, what, 4 years ago, Marty? 2.3 mil, and then we got it for $850.
Couch says the commissioners could make a final decision on an architect sometime next week. All of the firms making presentations are from West Virginia. Some have ties to the local area, and others have previously worked on construction projects in Wood County. The commission, meantime, approved more than $466,000 for a water line construction project for the Mineral Wells Public Service District. The district wants to replace an aging water line extending to the Claywood Park PSD District Board. Members have made their pitch for the project last week. The money the county is providing comes from its American Recovery Act funds. A former West Virginia prison guard has been sentenced to 3 months behind bars for sexually abusing an inmate. That's according to acting U.S. Attorney Randolph J. Bernard. Bernard says 33-year-old Scott Douglas Bourne of Brewston Wells pleaded guilty to sexual abuse of a ward earlier this year. He admitted to having sexual contact with a female inmate at a federal correctional institution, Hazleton, from September 2018 to January 2019. 2 adults and 3 children are killed in an early morning house fire in Akron. That's according to the Summit County Medical Examiner. Fire officials say 4 more people were taken to hospitals. Their conditions were not known. Authorities have not released the names or ages of the victims. An Akron schools spokesperson said the 3 children who died went to 3 different schools. One went to an elementary school, another went to a middle school, and the third went to a high school. The cause of the fire is under investigation. Today, the funeral services for Navy Corpsman Maxton William Max Soviot were in Milan, Ohio. The Erie County native perished in Afghanistan last month. He was one of 13 U.S. service members killed along with dozens of Afghan civilians in a suicide bomb attack at the Kabul airport as they were helping to evacuate U.S. personnel and Afghan citizens. His funeral services were at Edison High School, where he was a football player and state champion wrestler. The 22-year-old was serving as a medic and was planning for a career in the U.S. military. Still ahead, forecasters say Tropical Storm Nicholas is a slow-moving disaster taking aim at the United States Gulf Coast. Next at 6.
That may be true, but here in the Mid-Ohio Valley, a warm day leads to a clear, calm night with some patchy fog possible. That's next at 6.